Hello and welcome. In this task number 2, we are going to study how to construct quadratic equations from the word problems. In the physics, there is a law called as a law of conservation of energy. According to that law, energy neither be created nor destroyed. One form of the energy converted into another form. Now you may ask the questions, what is the relation of this law in the physics to this task? In the physics law, there is energy and that is changing its form. That means one form of the energy are converting into another form. In the word problem, in the mathematics, there is an information. And that information which is stated in the form of sentences that we want to convert in terms of mathematical equations. The main purpose of the conversion of equation from word problem to mathematical equation is that there is information which is consistently present in the words as well as the same information we are putting in the form of mathematical equation. But the question arises how to handle these type of problems. Actually, my opinion is these problems are so easy. Only thing, keep remember that you have to read the question, that example, that word problem very carefully. Word problem is not an issue of mathematics, it is just issue of the English language, what is your vocabulary and how to understand the meaning of the sentences. So in this task, I am trying to elaborate how to solve or how to attempt word problems and its conversion into quadratic equation. So let us have first example. All the examples are depend on the numbers. Now I am reading the example. Example number 1. If the sum of two numbers is 15. I don't want to read this example completely. I have just read one sentence from this example and that sentence gives me the information about the numbers rather than these are the two numbers and whose sum is 15. Now what I should do? What my brain is thinking? My brain is thinking that whatever the numbers, actually I don't know, but the speciality, the characteristic of those numbers is their sum is 15. And that's why I'm considering those numbers should be x and y. Now the next sentence is sum of their squares is 153. Then formulate quadratic equation. Now my brain is thinking how to attempt, how to write, how to think solution of this problem. But the example itself gives the information about two numbers and that's why I'm considering first number is x and second number is y. So let us write let So according to information which is given in the first sentence, we can write here given x, the first number, plus the second number is equal to 50. Let me call this expression is an equation number 1. Now as per the second sentence, the sum of its squares. So we can square these two numbers first and then add and then equate to 153. X square plus y square is equal to 153 and let us suppose this expression is an equation number 2. Actually, This equation number 2 is our answer. But we know that while writing the quadratic equation, we are using only one single variable. Now the question arises, if I wish to write the equation number 2 as a quadratic equation in one variable, and if I am observing there are two variables x and y, then how to eliminate one of the variable and how to get the answer in one variable? And the answer is very simple. You have two relations, two equations in two variables in equation 1 and equation 2. Now do only one thing. From equation 1, you find the value of y in terms of x and put that value of y in equation 2 instead of y, then you will get quadratic equation in terms of x. Now the second student may be thinking like that, why we are finding the answer in terms of x only? Because we have two variables x and y, so we may get the answer in terms of y also. Yes, definitely we can find this answer, this quadratic equation in terms of y also. For that, what you want to do, first go in equation number 1, find the value of x in terms of y and put that value of x in equation 2, you will get the quadratic equation in terms of another variable, that is y. So now I am writing quadratic equation in terms of x. From equation 1, the value of y is 15 minus x. Just transfer this x to the right hand side. Now put this value of y, which we have obtained from equation 1, in equation 2 instead of y. Now look at this. This is the equation in terms of x only. But unfortunately, this is not in the standard form. And that's why this is our responsibility to simplify this equation to get the simpler and standard form, which is quadratic equation in x. Now the question arises how to simplify this. If you observe this bracket containing two terms. First term is 15, second term is x, having middle sign as a minus subtraction. Now look at this. This is a power 2 and therefore we can use the algebraic identity which we know, and that identity is already we have studied, and it is a minus b whole square. Now what is the identity and how to remember that identity? That is a very fundamental question. So I will make easy that how to remember this identity. You write first term as it is plus the first term inside the bracket is 15, take its square, and we know that square of 15 is 225 minus, multiply these two terms and double it. So multiplication of these two terms is 15x, and if we make double then it is 30x. And finally you write plus sign compulsory and square of the second term, that is x square, equal to 153. Now it's a matter of just simplify and put in the standard form. For the simplification, we have to search in how many terms we are getting x square. There are two terms, this one and this one. Let us add these two similar terms. After that, you have to write a term containing x, and that's why you just search in how many terms you are getting x. But there is only one term having x. After that, now the turn of constant numbers. You just observe, you just search how many constant numbers are present in this expression. 225, and if this is a constant number 153, if we transfer this 153 and the left hand side I will get, now I am getting such expression. Now only thing is subtract 153 from 225, you will get a single constant number, and automatically this expression will be in standard form. Now I am doing subtraction of these two numbers here, and the answer of this subtraction is 72. Now I am putting this constant here, and I'll get a simple and standard form of required quadratic equation in X. This is a required quadratic equation in X. Now the solution of this example is over, but we have solved this example by using two variables X and Y. Now ask your brain, can we solve this example by using only single variable? And the answer is yes. But how to solve this using only one variable? Because in this example, if you read the first sentence, sum of two numbers is 15. Its meaning is that if your first number is X, then automatically the second number would be 15 minus X. And that's why we can solve this problem by using single variable X. But how to do it? Now I am writing the solution of the same example, previous example, but in terms of single variable, by considering the single variable. Therefore, 15 minus X would be another number. Now I am writing, given that product of these two numbers is equal to 153. Therefore, X times 15 minus X is equal to 153. Now you just simplify the left hand side. So now I got the first term as a 15x minus x square is equal to 153. Now this is also not in the standard form, and that's why you transfer these two terms in the left hand side to right hand side. Now we get 0 is equal to x square minus 15x plus 153. Now again we are writing this expression systematically in this fashion, and this is our standard form, and it is called as a quadratic equation in the variable x, which we have formed using the information given in the word problem.